Alright, hello. We're going to be covering supply and demand on shoes today by Daniel Franco, the man, the myth, the legend. We're going to start off with just showing an equilibrium graph of supply and demand. The graph here is showing the quantity of shoes demanded, which is the graph that's going down, and the amount of shoes supplied, or the supply in general, is shown here going up. And the equilibrium price 1 and equilibrium quantity 1 are shown here. This basically shows the perfect amount of supply and demand. So you have say 100 shoes at all times, and you're selling all shoes at all times for $60, This is the goal basically if you want to have a consistent profit or revenue, and if you want to make more profit, then you'll have to create a higher demand, and that'll cause a lower supply. Or if you want to have more in the store, then you'll have a higher supply, but you might have a lower demand depending on the popularity of the shoe or the demand for it. I'm going to be showing a few examples, this one being on Sweatshops. Sweatshops being a supplier, usually creating a lot of shoes. If they're being shut down in Asia or where they're mainly in because of regulations, etc., this would cause a reduction in supply. So the graph here is showing a shift to the left as prices are going up and quantity is being reduced. Since the sweatshops reduce a lot of the shoes, there's no longer that high amount of shoes being made, and the manufacturers of the shoes have to cover the labor costs basically with higher prices. Another example here is Kanye West and Yeezys. Last year and currently so far this year, there's a lot of popularity surrounding these shoes, so the demand is very high and so is the price. The demand curve here is shown going to the right, meaning there's more demand. So basically what this does is increase price and quantity of the shoe, or whatever the example is, but we're using shoes. So this means that Yeezys are being sold for $400, and there's more Yeezys around circulating for people to buy them. And here we just have a summary over supply and demand and shoes in the market. Basically, there's a lot of different ways that these products are affected. So an increase or decrease in supply, an increase in demand or a decrease in demand. It all changes pretty quickly because clothing is one of the most fluctuating products on markets, because there's trends, there's seasons. So, one month you may want a pair of Adidas for February, and then over March during that spring break, you want to rock those Crocs, and then after that fun spring break, you want to just relax with some fashion sport shoes and just walk around. It really depends on what consumers want, and also manufacturers or suppliers changing, reducing, or increasing. That affects the price of shoes a lot. Thank you for watching, and I hope I get an A+.